Hi. I was going to go and mail some things, but I could not, in good conscience, leave this poor, dirty Commodore 64 untested with a fastload cartridge in it. I think I mentioned before, I never really used fastload. I know that it was good. I know it was dandy. I know there were probably hundreds of thousands of them sold. But I always felt like I had time to, hang out, listen to the 1541, chug away. But also I always was worried that if anything ever did not work, that by adding something such as fastload cartridge, it was just one more layer of, well, could it be the fastload? Probably not. Anyway, so I have just plugged in the Commodore 64 to power and a monitor. And when was it last turned on? I don't know. Let me just glance. There seems to be no strange foreign objects stuck in any of the ports. It's funny, let me tell you. I know I have stories. At times. One time, I saw an ad for a SuperPET. And I think they were asking the ridiculous sum of $200. So I wrote and said, does it work? They said no. I said, okay. Let me ponder that. They seemed to be motivated to be rid of it. So I offered them the grand sum of $100. Knowing that, of course, it didn't work. What does this mean? Who knows? It could be completely dead. It could have been zapped by lightning. Who knows? Anyway, I brought it home. And before I did anything at all, I kind of looked it over. And as you see, I just looked in, any of the port things there. I did take the fastload cartridge out. But there, on the cassette port, and it wasn't stuck there, but it was very secure there. I don't know how else to say. There was no glue, there was no anything holding it there, but it was really quite happy to be there. And even though I had lifted the machine and turned the machine and, done other things, it had not come off. There was a quarter on the cassette port, probably shorting something out. So before I applied any power, I took it off. And it didn't take much to get it off, but it was very secure there. I don't even know. Again, I don't know. Anyway, and guess what? I turned on the machine. It worked just fine in both the PET mode and the SuperPET mode. So I did write back to them saying, yo, hey. Thinking that, I didn't want them to think I'd taken advantage of them. I never heard back, so onward we go. Anyway, so yes, that is why I just peek at the ports. I say a little prayer, and I turn on the power. And the screen does make, oh, look at that. Commodore 64 Basic version 2. A nice clean screen too. Well, now that has come up, maybe we should put the dead test cartridge in. And see what it has to say. The dead test cartridge, here it comes, doesn't test nearly as much as the other assembly on the 128. It just doesn't. But it does give an indication of what's what. And mostly it's RAM things I think it deals with. The only chips it has listed anywhere, and it's down on the screen, and it's the 6146 chips, and right now it is testing the screen RAM. Anyway, this is quite remarkable, because this machine, it's, well, I don't know what has befallen it, but to me it looks like it's sort of even been out in the weather somewhere. See, it wasn't all that long ago that people would just toss these out. And still they do. They do. It's been a while since I found one sitting on the side of the road, but it has happened. So where did I get this one from? I don't know. Might have been a garage sale. I don't know. Anyway, it's quite dirty. This would be a good one to show the power of, wait for it, the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. So, it has gone off into its testing screen RAM, which means the screen goes away. Now, the one thing I do not understand as to why it doesn't do more, it tests 3 of the 4 voices on the SID chip. Is that helpful? Yes. Is it definitive? No. So for me to really test this SID chip, I will need to well, it's funny, now that I think of it, I don't think that that cartridge that I test other things for is meant for the 64. But anyway, basically to test the SID chip, I'm going to have to take it out and to make sure, for sure, and pop it into the 128. Do I need to do that? Probably not. So, that's a good, it's all good. It's all a good sign. And we are on a roll of goodness. So let's see if we can continue that. Look, here. There is a disk drive. It looks not bad. It could also, as any of them, use a little magic eraser. It's funny, the top and the bottom of the case don't look exactly the same color. But does that really matter? Probably not. So I'm going to just do a little fiddling here and get ready. And with this dirty 64, I'll see if it is possible that this 1541 is happy and can go on the pile. Thank you for being here. It is always most appreciated. Always comments, etc. are welcome. Bye for now.